All right. Welcome back, everyone. We've got game 2 of hataks versus Odraun. Tox was able to take game 1 in a bit of a 19 shard jet, but with this game 2, we will be here for the long haul. Got 30 out of 40 shards, so runners will likely have to go through the majority of the seed to find all those. Ally-wise, the only one who has damage for Dark King at the end is Kaylee with starting white. Once again, none of the allies have exit, only way we can find. But with Earth being fire and fire being projectile, as long as we pick up any of the big three, Benjamin will also be able to contribute at the end. Should be a bit of a blast, and the runners should be heading off shortly to start game 2. There we go. Hataks quickly naming, and let's see who we start with. Will we have to go out of our way to find Kaylee, or will she be nice and hop on with us? Like they'll or 4 battlefield, Falls Basin. Odraun decides, never mind. There's the volcano both runners were looking for. And here we go. Chest on that path. Tox trying to peek for shards quick. Noble armor for Odraun. Second of the 2 splits. We got an axe. Ooh, and flare. Benjamin is online once we get a source of seeds. Steel helm, it exists. But that flare will hopefully be online soon enough. The only thing I think these runners would enjoy more than that flare would probably be early X. Needing to get 30 shards, the sooner you get exit, it can save a lot through the course of a longer seed. Yeah, we will need some levels before Ben can really do more than 1 or 2 flares a fight, but it always is good. Runners are heading on out. Magic Mirror, always a nice pickup. let's see. Paralysis. Blind. Tristan Paralysis can help us through some fights, although at times we might want for a bit more damage. And with that axe, that does give us live forest access. Gaia armor, beautiful, best. It's the best of the armors, gives us a lot of good resistances. And it looks like Odraun, without any of the Wart crests in hand, is going to not peek those spots, and it looks like the entrance to tree is the regular entrance. So we will need Dragonclaw and Sword to progress further in there. Or at least Dragonclaw. Oh, and it does look like we did miss the far left chest, and it was the Gemini crest. And it looks like nothing, no chest and bone dungeon until we get our bombs. But with that sand and sun, we can go for sand for easy. Sun will be some good XP though. If we have a way to fight those. Cupid Locket, we're pretty much almost... We're missing a Aegis shield from best armor. And we found Venus shield at least. Well, it's not petrify immunity, it is paralysis and will help us out a lot. No Megas, no Claw. We'll see what we can do in the early Lava Dome. Early Pazuzu, and there's Foresta. Couple quick, and there's our Kaylee. Not hesitating to go and quick grab. And looks like we are Mega Grenade locked for the rest of Lava Dome. From axe to a better axe. Found... Looks like we found level forest, wake water, sword, both pretty nice finds. Sky fragment, number 2 of 30. There's Fireberg, so... And a Gemini crest warps to double red. That'll... We'll definitely want that Gemini crest eventually, I think. There's Dragonclaw. And with sword, we could always head back to tree. Even with Dragonclaw, we're taking the lower path. Well, the main thing these runners really want is, well, bombs, but also exit. It allows you to, once you're done with an area, decide you're done and quickly get out. No retracing steps if it ended up being a real long hallway. Looks like Odraun's in Pazuzu's tower with the eternal staircase. And looks like we might be heading to the Windia region next for Odraun. 150 gold can get us some starting seeds, and we can dupe from there. Oh, and that is a red chest right before the Skycoin door. I wonder when we'll peak that. Catclaw! Oh wait, we had Dragonclaw. Never mind. And Aegis, so looks like hataks is full armor. Exit! Claw-locked exit, so if Odraun doesn't get either that Dragonclaw or the claw that's in Wintry Cave, that's very big for attack. Rope bridge, we'll see if these two checks have anything of value. Nothing for the first. There's Fireberg, so let's go buy our seeds. Let's see if Kaylee is able to carry us through a fight. Don't think we'll be able to get through this without some seriously good RNG. I believe these will then heal. The main way I think we'd get through is if Kaylee can one-shot with Axe, although looks like they did. RNG was in our favor, so that is a big boost to XP, but we used up a lot of our spell slots to do that, and there is some more seeds, so that helps. Meanwhile, hataks has been clearing out Zuzu's tower with the use of Dragon Claw. The last big gating item will be bomb of any kind, but especially Mega Grenades. Because once you get to that 30 shards, boats start seeming like a potential play, and we will need Mega Grenade and Crest Warps for that. I think they just have a bit too much damage to get through. Would need to get it down to 1 in the first round with an axe hit, and then have the white clear out the other 2. But we have hataks entering Lava Dome. And yeah, I think we need to cut out of Ice Pyramid soon. We did get Benjamin to live a fight. That did get us through, but behind it is just another fight. And we're using up our last seed. Looks like we're trusting a flare to get the job done. But without bombs, there's only about two chests behind those fights, and we'll have to kind of go through that set of fights again if we want to finish the last ones gated behind the bombs. Most likely. Eyeballs! We have axe, but we don't have a good Benjamin sword is the issue. Thankfully, they are getting one-shot by Phoebe's axe. Kaylee's axe. Oops. So, 11 shards for Odraun. There's that Thunder Rock. Does hataks turn around and immediately turn that in? Not yet. $11 as well for our first bombs was our first bombs was Gemini Crest locked, so we'll need to head back to the forest for that. Open, we have Mega Grenades for attacks, so if we find the Crest Warp, with Mega Grenades and that Thunder Rock, we just need to find Boat Warp and we have access to Boat. Might not be needed, but 30 shards could be value. But with that Dragon Claw with the Mega Grenades and the higher levels, this Ice Pyramid will likely cooperate a bit better for attacks. Oh, there's been a lot of eyes in our way. Odraun should be finishing up with Pyramid shortly, I think. Toxa just has has to finish up what Odraun's done. It looks like Claw and Axe has been good too. Having two sorts of damage has been good for beating up these eyeball fights. That should be it for Pyramid, I think, on Odraun's side. Don't. Only having the Vetus shield is a problem there. We'll see what was gated behind bombs up here. But using the inn, if we haven't, with all the fights we did. Oh. Oh. Looks like life is in the pyramid. Locked behind the bombs. So, first check of the hints, there's life. Couple more sky fragments. Sand Temple. Sealed Temple. Another Gemini lock. Oh, so the early River Coin got us access to the... Looks like it really did come down to a River Coin versus Sun Coin path. And with full movement, we do have access to pretty much all the checks. It's on Hatax's side. It's just a matter of routing it efficiently. Oh, and looks like Odraun is going to peek that backside. Only the Knight Sword. Are we going to go the full distance with a dual hand play? I think a large part of this play is driven by the lack of bombs at the moment. Like, if all the bomb locations are terrible, and there's just one here, that could really help catch up if you're behind. Exiting back, and with those bombs, we'll finally see what's in Bone Dungeon. The checking bosses, it's a matter of proximity. We were checking the two chests here. We're just adding a boss check versus going out of our way to a pre-checked location. Oh! Captain's cap. No. Let's see. The cap does mean if we find our last shards on boat, we can take it directly, rather than having to pass a couple exits, walk over. There's the cat claw, but we'll get life for Odraun soon. Or exit, not life. Life is definitely gated. We have not found boat warp yet. Looks like we're giving a Medusa play on Odraun's side. And Hataks is back to Lava Dome to clear out the rest. So 22, so 8 shards needed. Oh, nope. Looks like we're doing basin. Oh, that's what the 3-1 looks like. Or what? $24. And yeah, that Gemini fade, which I believe led to mega grenades and bombs, was big. 6 more. Gemini was left chest in Alive Forest, the bottom left. I think based on density, hataks probably goes to tree next. We've cleared out most of the smaller areas, so we either bounce through a couple warp hunting or tree with access should finish up. Neither runner has gone tree. I believe hataks has already gone through Pazuzu Tower. And here we go. Looks like Odraun back to tree, but still not quite getting the Gemini crest. $28, so 2 more. We're getting to a small enough count that if we had the Mobius crest. With it this close, do we peek Hydra? 1 fragment and not even giving Hydra a thought. Oh, we have mine. Yep, definitely go mine. Taking on Ghidra for Odraun. And that is go mode for attack. Mine may have barely been enough, but it was enough. Oh, accidentally triggering the giant tree scene. Triple ninja. Well, if we needed XP, here it is. There's the X-Cow and, 14 shards. Little lower. That's where Mask was. We could have had Mask before Volcano. But using exit strats to quickly get through Skolaris will likely do the same for Flamerus. Unfortunately, we're not faster than Kaylee to be able to remove and then white. And once again, if I remember right, the flare will tear through Zoo, so should be easy enough. Looks like with the double spell casting we are tearing. Oh, that flame breath was big damage. Chunked right through. But as long as we are avoiding that, looks like it's mostly small to medium AoE from Twin Head. This time looks like we're preparing for the expected flame. But healing up to make sure we can finish the fight. Looks like Odraun heading back to Fireberg. Looks like we're buying seeds. And here's Zoo. Ooh. 554. And healing the one that's not weak to projectiles. 383. Two options are safe option, Resurrect Kaylee, or we just keep on punching with Flare, because it's going to be doing about 4k. Gets that life out because it was Psycho Shield round, so that ensures we go first, so quite nice. We'll be able to life and seed or attack if we're that close. Psycho Shield drop. For Odraun. My favorite. Immune to this, and Petrify. X finishes the job and gets us through, thanks to it being Air Elemental Act. And that puts attacks at Dark King. Yeah, and Dark King, 30 shards, entering Dark King pre 40 minutes is quite fast, quite efficient. But so far haven't seen anything too threatening from Dark King, and already on to phase 3. Oof. $600. So we at least have one slightly more threatening move. But looks like we're going a slightly safer, pushing with one, healing with the other. Ooh, 6 pseudopods it looks like there. 1,000 damage. Ow. Oof. That's rough. Ow. Alrighty. So Dark King is not playing around today. Over 1,000, so just not quite high enough level. Needed like one more level on Benjamin to keep Kaylee alive. Yeah, but lack of bombs has been rough for routing on Odraun's end. These bosses have, for as many red boxes as they've been giving, they've been giving some of the more worthless bosses. Mostly just need to avoid the pseudopods. If Kaylee gets... Okay... Small AoE. Alright. And another Kaylee into 6 pseudopods. That. Very threatening. Round 3. And Odraun's mostly cleared just about everything that can be done without bombs, so it's trying to figure out where to go from here. If what Odraun I think is doing is getting money for another hint, that being the Gemini crest is what Odraun really needs to find progress. Alright, round 3 of phase 3. Can we find our way through? I mean, that crit was rude and unnecessary. This is game 2. But without that save in front of Dark King... Oh, man. Tough. Definitely getting a level 2 would get Kaylee past the 6 pseudopods, but without a save before, I don't know when hataks' last save is. All we can do is hope to get moves other than pseudopods. At what point do you decide to leave? And looks like it's been cooperating a little bit this time. That's bad. Managed to outspeed this time, though. And outsped Kaylee. Crit hit drops Benjamin, but we are faster. Hey, more seeds. On to phase 4. Looks like we'll be getting life for Odraun, but we should be... I think we should be able to get through this time. Come on. And this flare, not quite. Still healing. Still hoping, but we're outspeeding here. And there we go. GG Hataks taking game 2 with a time of 49:22. Well done on getting through that fight. We'll see if we are able to get the runners in for an interview. With that, Hataks will be moving on to the round of 8. Let's see. And looks like we are joined here by Hataks. GG's on the 2 races. How are you feeling?
Oh, hey, GG's, thanks. Can I just say right now, 6 pseudopods kind of sucks.
I agree. It was doing just enough to one-shot Kaylee, and that was big problem.
Oh, yes. I mean, in the Discord, we trade seeds all the time of terrible, horrible things. Last year, Wyvern and Quake were the absolute wonderful combo. This year, I'm calling it. It's going to be 6 pseudopods. It's going to be It's going to be like Horn from Behemoth that scales on HP. It's going to be physical damage.
Sky Attack.
Oh yes, one of my personal favorites, Sky Attack. Let's see. The first seed was actually really fast. My problem with the first seed was the partner didn't have anything until level 21, I think, and I didn't have seeds. So I couldn't just go in guns blazing.
Yep, we had to hunt down your seeds. Did you ever have any thought in not grinding and just trusting in Benjamin with a tier bot support?
No, because not at all. That's 100% not my style. We're gonna send it till the end.
Yep.
And then so I finally got seeds from the Windia vendor. We spent some time duplicating, and then we just spent a whole lot. I just like sank time into just leveling so that I think Phoebe would have flare going into the refights. because that was really my only source of damage. White just does not take home the cake.
Not Benjamin White. Phoebe White.
Oh, Phoebe White. Okay,
Phoebe White's
we
good.
needed
Benjamin
something.
White, yeah.
And then the second seed was not terrible, but we were hard locked behind mega grenades, and that was in a gross location.
Looked like it. One random warp with one random.
Right.
Crap.
It was the only warp. Well, it was the only thing you could do to progress the seed because we were locked out of Suzu's tower. Where you could do ice for a little while, but then you just couldn't get anything that you needed. You're hard locked out of Lava Dome because no bombs to get past the wall. Locked out of Bone Dungeon. Pretty much locked out of mine. Like, man, it was. I've never seen it lock out so many things like that much.
Yeah, no, that as we saw from Odraun pretty much clearing everything up until getting mega grenades, it locked a lot. But then shards came quick enough, so no Mobius Crest, no Bolt Warp.
Yeah,
There's
I
one.
didn't. I didn't need to go to boat. I figured there's always gonna be about 2 to 3 shards on boat. That's pretty much what we learned last year. Um, but I had enough things left to do.
Yep.
Yeah, because even if I didn't get the shards from wherever I was, I think it was Lava Dome at that point. Um, I still had all of Tree to climb.
Yes. Managed to fade tree.
It's always a nice fade when you can. With the door shuffle, fading trees. I mean, you always have to go through the floor of forest to get into tree. But sometimes you can just climb tree with a sword, depending on how the doors route you.
Yep. So, first round done. How are you feeling about the tourney so far?
I mean, this is a really fun flag set. Games go quickly, which I personally like. I'd rather cycle games faster. But the skill level is just the skill ceiling in the rando right now is just so high. Anyone at any time can beat anybody.
Yep. Gotta find the route through the seed, or whoever's closest to that route just gets an advantage. And then if you're finding the route, are you also finding the levels and power to go with?
Right. So like one of the things I do a lot is I try to route fast, but by routing fast, it means that I'm not taking a lot of battles that I should be. So lately I've been entering Doom Castle at like level 9, level 10 and wondering why is everything so difficult?
Yep. It works until it doesn't.
Oh yes, it definitely works until it doesn't. I can attest to that. But yeah, after seeing 6 pseudopods end the run that many times, I think on that last battle, I was ready to warp out and take 2 levels just to get Kaylee over 1080, and then she could survive a hit from normal pseudopods. When that thing crits, life just is not a great place to be.
Yeah, I think it was like, and like there was one where I was just kind of going, and round 3 or whatever, let's see how this goes, and it just like opened up pretty Benjamin for 2100, and that was a lot.
Oh, even better than that was the first one when Dark King just went 6 pseudopods 3 times in a row. Bless RNG for that.
Yep. Um, any other final thoughts about the seeds?
Now, I mean, it was a lot of fun. It's great. Also seeing new people. Especially like people from other randos have a lot of transferable skills. So when they come in, it's not like they're learning from scratch. They are already seasoned runners.
Yeah, a lot of it is transferring their routing knowledge and gaining the game knowledge to apply what they've learned from how to route a rando.
Yep, they are awesome people.
Thanks for joining us. Was glad to watch, was glad to do comms. I definitely learned a bit from watching, so looking forward to your next matches.
Oh, happy to help out. Thanks to you also for calming. And I think it was Giga on tracking. Thanks, guys. And also thanks to our tournament organizers and to Speedgaming for all of their help and support.
Yes, always good to be on Speed Gaming, and I'm glad they're helping out.
It sure
So
was,
that
Giga.
was match between Hataks and Odraun. Later today at, let me double check the time. Later today at 7 Eastern, we will be having Sir Linkalot versus Possumorpheus, Game 1 on Speed Gaming 4, so definitely check that out. It should be a good match as well. Hope everyone had a good time and has a good night.
All right, let's get out of here. Thank you for doing all this, Judge.
Thanks for tracking.
And if I may voice one criticism,
Yep, of course.
I would say that you need to put more emotion into your voice.
That's fair.
I
Good
do
night.
try to
Oh,
give criticism wherever I can, just constructive criticism. Just
hot mic
sorry.
still, so we still need to end the stream. Is it the end story that we need to click?
I have already hit end the episode.
Okay.
I guess we just leave.
Yep.